I'm BrickTsar. I make mistakes so you don't have to. Chrissy, you looking for some birds? Or are you just sleeping in the sun? What are you doing? I gotta go out this door. You get out of my way. Look out! Look out! Alright, so I gotta go outside because I just realized I forgot something. I forgot how to unlock the door. Alright, so this container, I think it's been out here for over a week. Oh no! Oh no! I have ruined them. Ah. Oh no. Don't leave it out too long. These were trans clear. Now they are white. You have got to be kidding. Oh. That is terrible. Oh, I've ruined them. I have ruined all these vintage parts. I totally forgot these were out here. In fact, the last time I checked, I should have gone ahead and pulled them out because everything had cleared up really nice. But I said, I'll just leave them out there a little longer. And then I totally forgot. And now they are ruined. Wow. That is not good. So yeah, this was a colossal mistake, at least at this point. I don't know if these will change back. They were literally beautifully looking clear. That basically looks like a white brick now. I think I cooked them. They were in the heat. It got really hot. I think it's been out here for almost 2 weeks. I really only meant to leave it out a few days, and I just totally forgot. Oh, man. So that water was rather warm. I'm going to soak them in cold water inside for a little while. Yeah, man, that was a big mistake. So I wish I had done the video. It was like 2 days after I put this in the hydrogen peroxide. It's water now. But these looked really good. They look so much better than when I first put them in there. And then I was going to leave them out there a day more. Anyway, I've said that enough. But anyway, let's get to what I really meant to do in this video. So I got this big order from Joey Jones. It's a lot of parts for passenger cars. He's wiped out a lot of pieces, which is great. That's what I love. And he asked a BrickTsar Answer Thingy question because basically he's got some of the Thomas and Friends trains, and they never made a motorized version. And the new train has this push and go motor, which I don't know anything about. I guess instead of having the button on the top like these old ones, I think it's just you push the whole top and it goes. I think that's the only difference with it. But the problem, this is my answer to the question basically. You notice there's the pin in the front and the hook in the back. That's the way the Thomas and Friends locomotives are. The trains, every other train that Lego has made, the pin is in the back. And every locomotive that Lego has made has no front coupler. So the solution, I had some motors that would go backwards, and I could put them like that and push it. It's the older ones actually that will go backwards, and then you kind of disguise it as like a caboose or the last car in the train. Basically, since it doesn't have another coupler, you can't put it in the middle, which is what I would prefer. I would prefer to have it like right behind the engine. And the other thing is, you can take the pieces. Now this motor from this one that came out in the 90s, you couldn't really modify it, but the new ones, like in this train set, and this is probably the best one to convert, is you can kind of make it look like James. You just won't have the drive wheels, pistons, whatever you want to call it, the side rods and all that. You just take James, put them on here, and that's about as good as. This is interesting. Well, with me today. It appears that this has gotten sun faded. Now this box, I never noticed this, but this box is actually different. This box is different than this one. See that? but I am faded. And the back here, this one was directly under a fluorescent light, which I had not changed out, and it is totally faded. The back of the box. I'm not doing good with UV radiation in this video. It's like the one UV light I didn't change got me. Oh well. So I'm going to go pick Joey's order, and there is one other back question. Our question is from Uncle the Bob. Is there a good way to count large number of bricks, like when parting together a set? Now, that's a good question. I'll just tell you the way I do it is I usually count in groups of 5 or 2, 5 or 10 or 25, things like that. I don't think there's a good way. Now, if you were selling things in a Bricklink store, I know some that deal with large volumes actually use highly precise scales. Mine is not. I don't even know where my scale's upstairs. They use those highly precise scales, and then they, like when they, if I had a bunch of parts, like even these smaller ones like this, they just put them in a scale to set it to whatever the ounces or grams or whatever it should be for that many parts. There will be some error with that, but they try to err in the favor of the customer, I would think. But we actually count them individually. So I'm not obviously going to count all the, doing a quick search on YouTube of counting videos. There are literally videos of people counting to 100 that are for kids that have tens of millions of views. This is the wrong drawer. I got the wrong drawer. Joey's like, I didn't order that. All right, 1046. All right, so like he ordered 60 of those, and basically the way I would count them out 2 at a time until I got to 10. I go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Put those in the bag, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, like that. I'm not sure how my wife counts them, if she counts them like 1, 2, 3, but I usually count in groups of 2s. And so I'm going to get the rest of his parts. This is not going to really be a PABLO, but I like orders like this where they buy everything, like he bought all the 2x4 black plates. So basically, I'll get all the drawers that he got the entire amount, and I'll just set those to the side, and then we'll count them before we put them in bags to ship. So I've got a couple more of the parts, like these 1x2 dark red bricks. If you look on the Bricklink inventory, basically they weigh 68.8 grams. That's how much all of them together would weigh. Now the individual bricks are different. So basically, I could take that, if I had the precise enough scale that would weigh in grams, I could weigh it to make sure it weighs 68.8 grams. Like have a bag that you know what the weight of the bag is, put them in the bag, put it on scale, weigh it. It should be 68.8 grams. And that's one way people do. But if you're piecing together a set, the error is not as important since it's just your stuff. So that would be the quick way. If you had to get like 190, like he's got 190 of those 1x1s, you could just go by the Bricklink weight and weigh until you have 83.6 grams on the scale, and then you would be able to do it. So if you're doing parting together a set, and that's what you want to do, and you don't want to take the time to count, and I've had sets like that had 100 of this. There's sets that have several hundred cheese slopes or several hundred Technic pins. Go by the Bricklink weight and the combined weight for that quantity, and that's going to be the quickest way to count. But we are still going to individually count these because we want it to be accurate. There's all of Joey's order. Just got it. These were the ones where he didn't buy the entire lot, and then we got to count the rest of these and then double check to make sure I got everything. So I'll check them off after. We'll go one by one, count them. Enough of that. But anyway, if there's one thing you can take away from this video, well, this is not it. Lego, why did you put the couplers on backwards on Thomas and Friends items years ago? And the sun and UV light is not your friend. It's ruined my boxes, and it's ruined my pieces. I'm BrickTsar. I make mistakes so you don't have to. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video, where I'll probably ruin something else or break it.